Hello, everyone. You should be able to hear me now. I've had a lovely afternoon and morning with my family who've come to visit, and I figured I would warm up my voice a little bit since... Oh, there we go. Alrighty, so we are off to a decent start. I am streaming through Discord for Oozaloo's chat community, or Oozaloo's Discord community. The link I will share momentarily. I am still getting things set up and doing voice test over here. And I know I have a copy paste of Oozaloo's Discord and channel somewhere. You'll give me just a moment. I'll find it. Yes, we are early. We haven't officially started yet. I thought that I would come on and warm up the old voice since I've been eating and drinking stuff all morning. So we'll do a voice test here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, test. 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 Okay, where is the Discord? I know I've got Oozaloo's Discord link somewhere. I've shared it before. There it is. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and share in chat, and I'm going to shill for old Oozaloo here. Oozaloo's good people. He's a Brit, and he has a really poppin' Discord server. His community is called the Cabal, and I am broadcasting this to his Discord for those people right now. And so that is his Discord server link, and you can find his channel at the following link. I highly recommend that you follow him. He is a stream host, and he does a roleplay segment called Wizards in Space, which is quite lovely. And here's the link to Oozaloo's channel. And everyone bear with me. I will read your messages momentarily, but I also need to remind you, we do have... Okay, let's see. I'm just making sure everything's working. We do have... Okay. DLive is a go. Entropy is a go. Streamlabs... Or StreamYard, rather. I axed Streamlabs. I don't use it anymore. We seem to be stable and up and running, and the people over on Discord say that they can hear me. But there is a slight delay. I don't know how to fix that. I'm sorry. So what I'm doing is I'm just streaming my actual audio through my pickup into Discord. I couldn't figure out a way to broadcast directly via audio output because I don't know how to do that yet. I only know how to run my actual setup. And speaking of my actual setup, yes, I do see you, Ross. Don't worry. And speaking of my actual setup here, I'm not in my studio. I just wanted to be comfortable and relaxed today. So I've got my Sunday best on, and we will be just talking about the things that we love about life, the things we are thankful for, and why we fight. So that's what the whole goal of the stream will be today. So we're going to chat a little bit before I bring on our first visitor. It is officially start time now. So welcome everyone to the community stream for Thanksgiving. I am Yizz the Eunuch. Most of you know me already. For those of you who don't, welcome. We have some scrubs here that I've noticed, and scrubs are from Dangerfield's channel, which I forgot to link that earlier too. I'm going to go ahead and link Dangerfield's channel for everyone. And I just had it a second ago because I shared it to someone else. I have to go dig for it again. Here it is. All right. Dangerfield's a lovely chap. He's an Englishman who now lives in Cambodia. And I believe, aside from his sordid past, he was most certainly some kind of stand-up comic. And he is a delight, so I definitely recommend you follow him too. Now, we're going to go ahead and get the grift out of the way. If you want to leave me donations and paid chats as well as a lengthy comment, please use Entropy. Entropy has a question widget, which we also call the Tall Kevin widget for those of us in the white positive sphere. The Tall Kevin widget, or the Entropy, or the question widget over on Entropy, will be on the left-hand side, and that's where you can leave long-form questions and comments, and you can also give me donations. And if you also want to leave me a donation but don't have much to say, I greatly prefer you use the Cash App for your phone. It's fast, it's smooth, and you can give me dollary dues there easily. So last but not least, the shill will be for PayPal. If you want to give me PayPal, I also take PayPal too. Now that we have all the shilling out of the way, welcome Scrubs, welcome my friends in the White Positive Sphere, welcome people from Oozaloo's Discord, the Cabal, welcome everyone else who knows me and follows me from other places. Hello Zen Chan, happy day to you, my friend. You're welcome to hop on if you want. I'll be bringing people on to have community here momentarily. What we're going to do first is I want to tell you what I'm thankful for. I am thankful that I have been able to discover going free. I am thankful to have discovered the White Positive Sphere. I am thankful for the lifetimes that my ancestors devoted to fighting wars, to staving off plagues, to battling Islam, all the things that my ancestors have done to give us Western civilization. I want us to preserve that civilization the best we can going forward, and I want us to fight the good fight because our people, our many ethnicities across the European sphere, they are worth preserving, they are worth fighting. We must, with all of our efforts, keep that alive. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the opportunity of technology and everything that we have to be able to communicate and network this way. And I'm thankful for all of you being here to support me and be a part of this. So with that being said, we are going to start bringing on some guests to chew the fat here, as well as just tell us what they are thankful for too. Our first guest I'm going to pull on right now is Ross.
Oh, hello, is it working?
Yeah, it should be. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can indeed.
I can hear you too. Hello,
excellent.
Ross.
Hello. Well, first and foremost, happy Thanksgiving. And whilst I'm
Thank
not
you.
an American, I still respect the fact you guys have the celebration as you do. And apologies if I'm a bit rough at doing this. I'm not really used
That's
to
okay.
such,
Just
but
be comfortable and be casual like we're sitting around the table together. There's no structure to this stream. It's just people coming on to share why they're happy, share what they're thankful for, and what they think's worth fighting for. That's all that this stream is for today.
Fair enough.
So just share whatever you feel like talking about, and we'll go from there. And you're welcome to hang around as long as you like. And when you're done telling me things, we'll answer some chat questions, and I'll give shout outs to the people that are here watching already.
Okay, then starting off simple then. One of the things I am thankful for is, well, knowing that people like yourself, Oozaloo, Sargon, and many others who aren't simply giving up and letting the light of hope, as it were, fade away, because there's been a lot of insanity and crazy going on the last few years that I've been aware of since 2015, really, that honestly, even though things get bad, I still look on with a sense of pride in the fact I've been able to see these people and their stories thereof continue, and everyone keep pushing back against the craziness, against, people who want to demonize people just on the basis of their skin, racism, plain and simple. And, much like yourself, I'm thankful for all the people in my life who've made it possible for me to be where I am today.
Good. That's a
'Cause my
wonderful
family
thing to be
has,
thankful for.
a bit of a history with the Second World War and everything, so it's rather gratifying, if I should say. So thank you to everyone, really.
Well, I think that it's important to remember the things that you were talking about, because not only do we have people that have fought hard for what we have in the past who are no longer with us, we have people who are fighting right now. And while I do disagree with the old Carlagon of Assad about a few things, I do think that he is an overall good. And I think all of us, from Dave Cullen to Mark Collette, we are all doing what we can to fight against the lies, to fight against the ugly anti-Western narrative that threatens all of us, specifically those of us who are of European heritage, but all of us in the end. So it's good for all of us to acknowledge that even though we might disagree, academic agents not going to agree with Mark Collette, and Mark Collette's not going to agree with, Carl Gon of Assad. But we need to realize that we're all working towards generally a similar goal of we want the West and our people and our legacies and our wonderful ethnicities to continue and to have a chance to flourish and grow towards what they're going to be in the future. So it's all great. Now, before we say hello to Zen, let's see who all's in the chat here. I'm going to scroll back up to the top and give shout outs. Hello, Timmy Robinson, Silence is Leaden, Steve and Monty and another Steve, Knox Inquiry. Hello,
Many
Anon Z.
Steve.
I see you active over on Gab. I've actually seen Anon Z popping around on Gab. Dave Thompson. Hello, Dave. Thank you for coming over. We have many people coming over from that man I mentioned, Dangerfield, whom you should all follow, by the way. His streams are just lovely, and he's so entertaining. Hello, Dalek. We also have Sean Linkus here. Definitely recognize old Sean. And Scory. Hello, Robert. Good to see you here today, my friend. We have William Runner, Zen Chan, who's on with us right now, Anglo-Saxon, Innocent Bystander. We have Strontium Dog. And last but not least, it seems we are joined by... Oh, no, there's a lot more people that showed up now. We have Batch D, Bartleby, Ash Kanazi. Here comes a horseman. Oblate Spheroid, whom I'm not familiar with. And last but not least, Selling England by the Pound. That is a hilarious name. Welcome, all of you, and let's see what questions and comments you've got for us already. Then we'll bring on Zen
Is there
Chan.
anything else you could sell England by other than the pound? I mean, you certainly can do it in kilograms.
Thank you, Anon Z, for posting this in Gab News. That's excellent. I always appreciate the shilling, helping me grow. I like to believe the things I have to say are important and worthy of sharing. Thank you very much. Good evening to you, too. And let's see. Oh, Timmy Bobinson says, I look pretty today. Well, thank you very much. I am gussied up a little bit because it is the old Thanksgiving, and I've been seeing people. And over on D-Live, we have Ragnar, Steve O, Timmy Bobinson again. Hello, my friends over on D-Live. Thank you very much, Ragnar. Happy Thanksgiving to you, and thank you for praising the work I do. We all should be doing the work that I do. We need to help our people go free, and we need to secure our countries. We need to take them back from the forces who hate us. All right. Well, we are going to say hello to my friend Zen. Zen, thank you for coming here to celebrate with us today. How are you, my friend?
Hello, Zen.
Hello. I figured I should tune in even if it's even if it's technically not my culture.
It's okay.
Doesn't hurt to get involved, does it?
Oh no, absolutely. I do need to learn more about America if I want to move there one day. So I thought, yeah, this sounds like a nice thing to chip in with.
You want to move to America?
One day, if I can at some
Oh.
point get employable skills.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be.
I've been
And you're
regularly.
more than welcome to come over here when you want. I can show you around the mountain holler. I can show you the gentle hills and forests of the Appalachian Mountains. Let you see what hillbilly life is like over here.
Actually, does sound pretty cool, to be honest.
Let me take my sunglasses off. I don't really need those anymore, do I?
Nah, just rock the razor fist look. You'll be fine.
Well, we have Matt wanting to come on. Matt, the split second that I tried to add you, there was hellacious feedback and awful noise. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to have you on in your current configuration. I'm going to click add to stream one more time. And if it's a hellacious feedback, I'm not going to be able to add you. So here we go. Everybody prepare yourself by covering your ears. Here we go.
Oh well, here we go.
Okay, there is a pretty bad feedback loop.
No,
So tell us what you're thankful for, and then I'm going to have to let you go.
Okay. Just, it's nice to have an invite. Thank you. It's nice to be here. It's cool meeting all these people. Am I getting through, or is...
Oh, you're getting through. We can hear you. I'm just being quiet because you have feedback over there on your phone.
Well, my feedback is usually hellacious anyway, but...
Well, thank you for coming on and telling us what you're thankful for. Anything else you want to say before you go?
Oh, it's a nice day here. Check it out. We got a couple trees there.
Ooh.
Very pretty.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Lovely.
Lovely.
Thank you for sharing, man.
All right.
All right, if you can get to a place where you don't have feedback, you're welcome to come back on.
Okay, sorry about that.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
All right, good old Matt. He's such a sweetheart. He's the one that rode with me and went to March in D.C. recently. He's a good
really?
guy. Yeah, he's a good guy. He drove all the way up from Florida, and we had a long 6 or 7 hour trip together up to D.C.
How far away is
Happy
Florida?
Thanksgiving, Dave Thompson, and SDF. I see you guys in the chat. Monty, Adam Morgan. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming over. Remember, you can go and over on Entropy, you can tell me lengthy things in the Tall Kevin widget. That's over on the left-hand side of Entropy. So if you want to post things over there, I'll be checking every few minutes. We don't have anything just yet. So, Zen, is there anything in particular today that you want to tell everybody you're thankful for, or that you're glad you're alive for to see this year in 2020?
Well, I'm very much your stream's black pillar, but I will attempt to be positive. I'm glad that this year I managed to move into a place of my own. That's been one of the few positives of this year. And
I know that's easier said than done most places in the UK. Congratulations.
Council houses, God bless them.
Oh yeah.
I'll take advantage where I can if they're going to be fucking me over. That's been my viewpoint this year. It's been like, you know what? I normally have a sense of pride of I don't want to take handouts, but you know what? They're literally crushing my employability, so I'll take the handouts if it's been like.
Take what
but
you
I've
can
also,
get and work the system. You know, that's how it is.
Well, Lord knows it's our people who are the ones that pay into those systems. So you're welcome to take it out if you genuinely need it.
But while I moved into this place, I've discovered I have a bit of a passion for furniture shopping. So I spent one day after moving in, I realized I need new bookshelves. I don't have enough shelves for all the books I have. So I spent a good day just wandering around charity shops in town, and I just realized this is really pleasant. This is actually maybe something I never realized I loved, but I do. So hopefully when all this is over, I may actually look into that, see if there's any employability in that world. That'd be nice.
Well, if you like it, then I say go for it, because people are always going to need furniture, whether you're making it, whether you're finishing it, or whether you're selling it. I'm sure that there's going to be a market for it going forward. So if you enjoy it, then I say get involved.
Everyone needs a hobby after all.
Yeah.
And also, I think it's good for our people to move away from the consumerist, corporatist market and be a furniture maker, be a furniture distributor, work with people locally who make good furniture to serve your own community, and not just rely on IKEA and other big name, big box furniture stuff.
Yeah.
You're reminding me of what my dad does, because he was a carpenter for a long time, so that was some of the stuff he did, making stairs and all.
SBF asks in chat, where do I live? I live on the border of Tennessee and Virginia in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains. In the geographically speaking, where the Smoky Mountains are in eastern Tennessee, where they curve down into North Carolina, I live in the rolling, high elevated foothills between that area and the Appalachian Mountains that go up the Virginia-Kentucky border, and I live in the foothills there. And I think technically this is still the Smoky Mountains, but we're on the northwestern end of them. And it is quite lovely here. I love it here. It's quite nice.
Forgive me for sounding ignorant, but how far away is that from Florida? Just to get a rough timescale if you were to drive, because unfortunately they don't teach much of this in geography.
That's okay. It's many hundreds of miles. Just to get to the northern parts of Florida, it's at least I would say an 8-hour drive.
Oh, I can't imagine having to drive hundreds of miles just to get somewhere.
Well, that's the thing. In America, it's so much larger than most people's countries. It's kind of like 50 regular-sized countries all put together.
What is it? It's like all of Germany, Russia, and China maybe not China, but Russia, Germany, and France, and all that put together.
I don't know about that, because I know Russia covers a lot of area going east, but I can't make a comparison. But I do know that I used to drive cross country a lot, and not even going coast to coast, just going to cities near the coasts. It's between 2,000 and 2,500 miles one way. So you're talking about, even if you don't sleep or take a break, 30 to 40 hours of driving nonstop just to get from one side to the other. And that's on an interstate without brakes. So
how do you guys do that over there? Like
cocaine!
Here in the UK.
Cocaine!
No,
I'm
so
just
that's
kidding.
why the marijuana bill is so devastating.
No, but seriously though, taking various kinds of speed does help you perform for long driving trips, helps you stay alert and not be drowsy and that kind of thing. However, it is not recommended to drive that long without a break. If you're doing it professionally, you have to stop and take breaks.
Oh yeah,
or you're breaking the law. So
I've heard as much as this is meant to be a cheerful thing, I have heard some hell that truck drivers have been going through where they literally have not been allowed to stop recently. And it's like, that's literally
God.
illegal. They need to have brakes. It's in their
Well-
contract and such.
Well, technically, I don't
Uh,
think doing it is illegal. I think getting caught doing it is illegal. So,
yeah.
you know how that goes. Like, if you get away with it and there's no damage done, then nobody's going to know if you took a bunch of speed and drove your truck for 40 hours without a brake. But you're not supposed to do that. And if you're on a contract or work for a company, they can fire you for that. So don't do that stuff.
Also, eventually your body's gonna resist. Remember, your body's important. Take care of it, and it'll take care of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
All
an
right,
old
we have a happy Thanksgiving and God bless good wishes from Sensum Communum. Thank you, Sensum
lovely.
Communum. $5 or £5 British pounds over on Entropy. Thank you so much, my friend.
excellent.
Oh.
Thank you
GBP.
so much. Good old GBP.
Slowly sliding to the point where I guarantee it'll be worth less than the dollar soon.
Actually, where is that at the moment? Let me check.
I think it's like 1.2. It's pretty close.
GBP to USD is £1 to $1.34 at the moment.
Yeah, 1.3. Close enough.
Close enough, yeah.
Well, regardless, I appreciate it. And
Oh, of
thank you
course.
so very
Yeah,
much.
indeed, yeah.
Oh, we have Streaky Bacon with us now. Hello, Streaky Bacon. Good to have you here, my friend.
That's an amazing name.
That is
Oh,
very good.
Streaky Bacon's wonderful. He's
it
he's in almost every stream I go to these days. He's just
lovely.
lovely. He's a fun guy. He's a Streaky Bacon. I'm pretty sure is in the UK. Let's see.
A lot of
Let's make
UK
sure we're not
viewers
missing
to you
anything
now.
over on Discord. I want to make sure not to leave those people out. There's only a few people with us on Discord, but I want to make sure we don't leave them out.
It's because it's a good time for England because it's currently 6 p.m. over here, whereas for you guys it's midday in the week.
10 past
Mhm.
8, yeah.
You guys there might be having work for the Americans.
Actually, do you get Thanksgiving off, like, across
We-
the States?
Yes, it's a universal holiday.
Oh,
Almost
okay.
almost
So it's like
everyone is
Friday
off,
then.
and the people who have to work usually get time and a half or double time pay because it's holiday pay.
Ooh.
Hello, Elaine Sabatino. Hello, my friend. How are you today, dear lady? Thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful Thanksgiving to celebrate white well-being and all of the great things that our civilization has. I am thankful for all of it. The good and the bad. We need to learn from the bad, but we need to repeat and embellish the good because there's been so much good that our people and our civilization has done. We need to not lose sight of that. And we need to work towards doing more good while minimizing the bad that is in us. And hopefully the work that we do towards white well-being and ending the anti-white narrative, crushing white guilt, making sure that we have a future free of all that ugliness that has led to conflict. That's what we need to be working towards. And thank you, Ashkenazi. I appreciate that. And we have else in the chat here. We have... Oh, those people are talking to each other. They're not talking to me. All right,
The
so let's
government
go
banned
check
Thanksgiving.
live.
Didn't you all hear? Ah, yes, of course.
Oh, we have the noble Bartleby over on D Live. Hello, Bartleby. Promethean hails to you too, my friend. So nice to see you here. All right. Now,
Let me just.
let's go check Entropy again, and then we're going to check PayPal, and we're going to check Cash App, and then we'll bring someone else on here. So let's go check PayPal real fast.
What is that on your shelf, by the way, Zen? What's that on your shelf there?
That is my my nerd shelf. I stream on Twitch, so I have a little sort of like a backdrop of figures since this is my corner. So I've got an anime character. I have some Warhammer figures. I've got just various things on my little shelf there.
Is that Shadow the Hedgehog I can make out
That
there?
it is indeed Shadow the
Yeah, I
Hedgehog.
thought so. I was like, squinting through going, hang on a minute, I recognise that edgy son of a bitch anywhere.
Oh yes.
I still have that PS2 game up on my shelf.
Oh, you lucky devil! I lost my PS2. Me and my family. I mentioned to my mother when I was moving out recently. I was like, "Mom, whatever happened to my PS2? Is it in a cupboard somewhere?" And the two of us looked at each other for a good couple of minutes, and neither of us could figure out what happened to my PS2. And that's a shame because it was my first like notable console that I ever got. Like I distinctly remember the Christmas. I was opening presents and I kept getting PS2 games and I was like, but I don't have a PS2. And then my mom brings up the big box and I'm like, yay! I did have an N64 before that, but I was too young to remember actually receiving it. So the PS2 is the one I always remember as being the one I had as a kid. But
God,
eventually, it went somewhere. It just went somewhere, and neither of us can remember where. So
I'm not even sure if I still have my silver PS2 now you mention that, because I had originally a black one, and I think my mum had a silver one, because my mum's very fancy like that. God bless her. And then after mine, I think mine broke for some miscellaneous reason. I don't think we ever found out why. We ended up using that one, and then somewhere like the last couple of years, it just vanished. I think it's probably tucked away under a bed or somewhere or something like that. But honestly, the PS1 and 2 were the real start for me in games as well. I still remember a lot of the games.
Oh, we have good old Dragon Fat deposits, also known as Shogoth, over on Discord.
Hi. Hello.
Hail, dear lady. How are you today, my
Hello.
sister? I hope you're doing well on this wonderful Thanksgiving, and I hope that I know you've recently had some critical problems with your medical issues, but I do feel for you, and we are praying for you. So I hope that whatever gods might be listening will bless you and help you get better and take away your pain.
Indeed. Also, apparently the first gen PS2 weighed 25 pounds.
Oof.
I think
I
that
don't
might
know.
be heavier than my PC
first what?
today. I don't know. Ugh.
I don't know weight that well, so I've no idea how heavy that is.
Let me translate that for you, roughly speaking. That is approximately 11.3 kilograms. So if you have... Do you know those single packs of chicken you can get at like Lidl or Aldi for like under £2? They're about a kilogram?
Not really. My girlfriend does the shopping.
Unfortunate. Well, imagine about 11 packs of chips. That's roughly how heavy that would be, because usually a pack of chips is like 600 to 900 grams. So it's about that.
Okay, we the other person that was going to join in dropped out, so I don't know if they're going to come back. Shogoth, do you want to hop on with us, Miss Dragon Fat? And by the way, those of you here in YouTube, let me give you the StreamYard link if you'd like to come on and talk to us. Angelfish, hello, dear. Hello, dear sister. Thank you for coming to join us today. I'm doing the same thing that we do every year here in the Mountain Holler. We have family come over, and we go visit family, and we all share food, and we just get ridiculously fat and drunk for 3 days. So that's basically what happens every Thanksgiving. So, hello, Me In It. Welcome, Mr. Me In It. And we have Anglo-Saxon again. Yeah, Dangerfield's at the ATM or the Super Duper. Okay, Dragon Fat's not coming on with us, but I need to get you guys the StreamYard link. If you want to come on and say howdy, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to post the link in the YouTube chat.
Yeah.
Now, remember, if you have horrible echo or you start saying ugly things, I'm just going to remove you. But if you want to come on, come tell us why you're thankful, what you're thankful for, and why we should, and what's worth fighting for and preserving about our wonderful society. Also, thank you for the $4.75 over on Cash App slots. I appreciate it, and there's a little heart by him. Thank you so much, my friend. And still nothing on PayPal yet.
Sorry about that. I was just going to say that the simplest way to remove echo is just plug in some headphones, because it's literally just your mic picking up your own speakers. So if some people don't know, if you've just got a pair of like little earbuds or anything, that generally will fix it, unless there's like an actual hardware problem somewhere.
I have decent hardware and software, so I have 2 levels of echo and vibration cancellation. So I don't use one, but I have a fairly decent setup, and I've spent I haven't got a lot of money, but I put about $150 into having a decent mic and cam, so it works pretty well. And they're USB based, so pretty easy to use with my laptop. So hopefully I'm not having any audio issues on my end. Although Boomer Audio does haunt the boomers. So.
Oh god, doesn't it just? I think it haunts everyone.
I think I remember when I was a kid, the worst kind of the worst thing with a YouTube video, and it was very common back then, would be when they hadn't synced the audio to the video properly.
Oh no!
It would be just
frustrating,
and it would just be off by just like a split second, but it made such a difference. And I remember so many times I'd be strung through the video for like 3 minutes and be like, I can't watch anymore. It's unpleasant.
Why does it bother me so much? What's going on?
And then there was the worst one. There was the worst one that was less common, where it would only be coming in one ear, and that's if you use headphones, that's even worse.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
All right,
it's
we
not
have. Let me get you guys to hush up for a moment. We're going to be joined by a good friend of mine. Silence is Leaden. Hello, welcome aboard, Silence. How are you, my friend?
Hello.
Oh, it's lovely to be here. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Happy Thanksgiving to you, even though I know you're not American. Thanksgiving to you all the same, my friend.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you want to tell us what you're most thankful for or what you'd like to celebrate today?
Well, it's looking back on the year. I'm thankful for the fact that I discovered so many great people. There's like not just you, but also Dangerfield and Morgoth, Way of the World, Mark and Laura and Jason from No White Guild. All those lovely people.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been great.
People who really genuinely care, coming together, putting our voices together, hopefully leading our people towards a better horizon.
Yes. Yeah.
Anybody you want to give a shout out or any channels you want to shill while you're on here?
I might as well show my own channel. I'm very close to 100 subscribers now.
Sure.
The last count it was 97. A couple of them have been taken off because the accounts were deleted.
Oh, no.
That does happen a lot, doesn't it?
Hurry
Yeah.
into
All right, I'm going to share Silence's Leaden's channel. And do you want to tell us what your channel is about?
At the moment, it's really just about anything that I feel like making a video. I edit my videos using my smartphone, so there's not really a lot of high production values as well. I basically my audio quality is pretty rubbish as well, so I've just put some music on in the background to hide sins as it were. This latest video I did is my longest yet. Put out this morning. It's about children's television that I grew up with, and it oddly ties into that. Was it the Deepest Law that the AA did a couple of weeks ago about 70s kids shows?
That was lovely. I love that one.
Yeah. Your
comments. I think I remember chatting with you on that one, didn't I? Weren't you there in the live chat?
Yeah, I loved your comments on that. When you were viewing it as an outsider, things like Trumpton, which I grew up with, even though it was way before my time. I grew up with. There were 3 series of that. There was one called Camberwick Green, which is the other one that everyone seems to remember, and the other one that is long forgotten. It's Chigley, and it's the 3 of them. They use the same sets and puppets, and yeah, it was really pleasant. Really just sort of slow pace. Not even the cars. What few there were moved at about 2 or 3 miles an hour. It was just really slow, and we're missing that now, aren't we?
Everything does seem rather fast paced these days.
Yeah, and I go into the why is I think that not necessarily just that shows these days aren't as good as the old stuff, but just they've become so homogenous, so sort of generic, and I'll explain why
it's special anymore.
That's a main problem that so many people who have been affected by what Jason calls meme pathogens, the mind poison is what I used to call it. It's funny those both have the same shortening to MP, but the whatever you want to call it, the Bolshevik, the Soviet, the mind cancer that's been infecting us for the last 100 years of subverted liberalism or whatever. These problems have made us reject the notion that we should embrace and celebrate our ethnicities. And that doesn't just mean race. It means the things that make our people what they are, our religions, our customs, our dialects. And global homogenization is the enemy of that. And it doesn't matter who's behind it, because I don't want us all to lose who we are and what we were and what our people have been for hundreds. And some of us
we can be as well.
Yeah.
Because look at the age and the beauty of London, and look what it's become in 20 years.
Oh God, yeah.
It's so tragic. We have to stop this, because I don't want places like Paris, and say what you want about the French, but they have a long, beautiful history. You might not like them. You might not like all their history, but I certainly don't want to see the city of lights, the city of art become literally a third world shithole.
Oh yeah,
it's so depressing. We have to fight against this stuff.
Yeah, a comment my mum made on a on a social media earlier that 30 years ago or so, she went on honeymoon with my dad to Paris. I'm just thinking, yeah, I wonder how much it's changed since then. Say 1990 was about, because my older sister was born the year after that.
30 years ago almost. Well, actually, it is 30 years ago.
Yeah, and I've been just thinking about. Years ago, I was thinking this. These shows that are on now for kids, that they are so different to the things I loved when I was growing up. Things like Bagpuss. Bagpuss is a beautiful show. You'd love it, Yizz. Probably. It's like it's so beloved here in the UK. Like the only thing I can think of can be comparable to it in America would be maybe Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, just in terms of how fondly it's remembered.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, like rarely hear people say a bad thing about it. And yeah, I go into just my history of it and how it sort of compares to, say, a more modern show. Yeah, and I also have other videos, though they're currently private. I'll make them public again very soon. But there's one is a video about the Mandom, that Chris loves so much. I was tempted by it, and I bought some Mandom. It seems to be sold out now.
Mandom is a recurring meme over on Dangerfield's channel, for those of you who don't know. And the Dangerfield followers are called Scrubs. And that's what he calls subscribers.
Yes.
So Mandom is do you want to tell them more about what the Mandom meme is, Silence?
It was there's this brand of Japanese aftershave that it was 50 years ago now. In 1970, the Japanese were really taken by the actor Charles Bronson in the film Once Upon a Time in the West. They sort of viewed him as like sort of the symbol of like peak masculinity.
Peak masculinity. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
And so they asked him, like, well, we want you to sort of push the product. We'll pay you a lot, and you'll make these adverts, and it became like this really big thing. Like there were all these different products in the Mandom range, and it was so successful that the company, which had been called Tancho Corporation, changed their name to Mandom Corporation within a few months, and had a tie-in single by an American country star that is also just a delight, And I put a karaoke version of that song on the background of that video. And the other one is, before that, it was a video about Handel's Water Music Suite, one of the, a very fine piece of European classical music, which has a really nice story behind it, and I sort of explain sort of the history of that. It's something that I wanted to do more of when I started this channel. I really love classical music. I love a lot of music, of course. There are very few sort of genres that, it's things like sort of what you call house music or hip hop, things like that. I just can't get on with. But I like classical. I like a bit of metal when I'm lifting weights and I'm out for a run, or a bit of folk, or a bit of whimsy, But classical is my favorite, and so I want to express that. Yes.
Also,
all right. Well, we
sorry.
have. I need to stop you for a moment because we are joined by someone new. I have added Knox to the channel. Hello, Knox.
Hello.
I can hear you just fine. Can you hear us? Knox?
Sorry, that was me saying hello to Knox.
I don't think we can hear you, Knox. Knox, let me know in either Discord or in the live chat. No, we can't hear you at all. I'm sorry. Make sure that your microphone is properly calibrated. Yes, I did, Sovereign Ire. Yes, I did. The delivery of that video was a little dry and boring for me and a little monotone, but the message was good. And I watched about 60% of the video that you linked me the other day. Thank you for sending me content, by the way. I always at least peruse and listen to all the links, songs, snippets of books or anything that people send me. I always do at least a little bit to see if it's something that's up my alley before I decide not to engage further. So if you ever send me a song or a book or something you want me to look at, I always at least give it a little bit of a look. So please keep emailing me and sending me stuff that you think I will find interesting. I appreciate that. And we have Matt back in the chat. Hello, welcome back, Matt. And we have Mike Honk. We have White Student Transmission. Good to see you again, White Student Transmission. It's been a minute. And I just remembered that I can start putting things up on screen. Let's do that.
Ooh.
So, Sovereign Ire is the guy that that was asked. He sent me a video. In fact, it was important to him, so I'll go ahead and share it. Let me pull that out of my history real quick for you guys. Okay. You guys can talk if you want.
Yeah,
Oh, right. Sorry.
I'm trying to dig up a channel. It's a very unsearchable channel. It's one of those ones where you can't search it. But I discovered it recently. I was thinking that, if we're sharing around links and this is all about enjoying our own culture and such. Here it is. I found this channel just this week, and I've been using it as stream intro music because loads of the videos, he specifically says you can use these all you like, just as long as it's not a flat re-upload. He does sort of 16-bit remakes of songs, and he changed them to be modern video game songs. He'll change them to the old style of particularly kind of the Sonic era.
Oh, I think I know someone you mean. Yeah.
He's a tiny channel.
This is the channel Vertigo Politics that Sovereign Ire wanted me to check out. The content's quite good, but the delivery was a little dry and monotone for my tastes. But I could tell that this person did good content, so I'm happy to share the link here. If you like this channel, or if you like modern, I guess, pushback against the stuff that we all pushed back against, this will be a decent channel for you. Go ahead and check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, just a brief mention to Silence here as well. Congratulations on 102 subscribers, by the way. You just crossed over 100.
Cool.
Just thought I'd let you know.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
I need to start making content myself. It's the video editing. I can't get over the idea of, oh god, I'll have to video edit. It's intimidating.
When I used to stream, I know that.
Once you get used to it, you just have to pick a program and learn it.
Yeah, I think I got recommended. I think Adobe CC was what Dev told me I should try.
Gregor, I like your cute little avatar. Did you draw that? I think that's an adorable little avatar thingy. It looks like a little magic genie kid that would come out of a lamp in a kid's cartoon.
Oh yeah, oh that's cool.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
It's too small for me to see it normally.
In terms of software, there's not really much I can do because of my old Chromebook. It can't even support Linux, so that means I can't use OBS, OpenShot, those sort of programs. And maybe next year I'll invest in a better model and I'll up production values. For now, I'm just content to throw whatever out and see what sticks.
Sure. Yeah. Knox, who's with us, still hasn't been able to say anything, and I haven't seen Knox talk. Oh, no, there's Knox up there. I'm young, but with tech skills of a boomer. Knox, I don't know what to tell you, honey. I'm going to go ahead and remove you. Click the gear wheel and go to calibrate your audio equipment. It should be pretty easy, and then I'll add you back in. So let me know in the chat when you think you've got your mic and sound situation sorted out, and we'll add you back in and see if you can talk. Because again, everyone's welcome to come join us today, and I'm going to share the link again. I want you to come on and tell me what you're thankful for and what you think is worth fighting for in our society. So you want to hop on and talk to us, there's the link again.
If you're using Chrome, it might be you need to literally tell Chrome it's allowed to access your mic. That's the padlock right next to the link up above, up in the top left of your screen. So that might be the issue you're having. I'm the same, by the way. I'm young with so little tech skill, so I do know the feeling there. Sometimes you've just got to fight with it.
So much.
We're going to have the first vape of the stream here in a second.
Oh boy.
Mama needs that.
Smoke like a dragon then.
Hey.
I rate that about a 6 out of 10.
No, I don't have a huge rig that makes giant clouds. Just enough to enjoy the menthol and the vapor. That's all I care about.
That's all you need.
All right. Well, we seem to have Knox back.
Oh,
So Knox, tell me in the chat, are you ready to come back on and try it again?
fingers crossed.
Okay, he says that he allowed Chrome, so we're going to try that again. Here we go.
Attempt 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Here comes attempt 2. Knox, can you
Hopefully.
talk? Knox? Still not hearing him.
Oh, big
Knox,
sad.
I don't know what to tell you.
Big
Let's
sad.
let's go to chat, and while he works on it, we're going to leave him live and see if he can figure it out. Well, Knox, you don't have to be in any hurry. It's okay. Just try jiggering with it. Make sure that you give the appropriate things the responsibility. If necessary, maybe close whatever browser you're using and start over. Maybe restart your phone, that kind of thing. We're going to be here for a while, so you take your time. I'm going to read some chat here. We have Gregor. Gregor, I'm going to pop his chat message back open so you can see his cute little avatar here.
Yeah.
Gregor says, where was it? I just had it. He said thanks. There it is. Okay. Gregor says, thanks. No, it's my avatar I'm using for years now, which I started using. The design came from an MMO called Latal or Latale, which I use until now. Okay, well, thank you for sharing. It's really adorable. It looks like something from like a cute children's cartoon or something. I like it.
Yeah.
Strontium Dog says, I am thankful for skills-based apprenticeships for our young men and for our people's ability to create. Yes, I highly recommend do not send your children to university. If you are a young man or woman and considering going to university, do not.
It's a waste of money.
Skill. Learn a trade. Learn how to build and to create. Plumbing, electrician work, doing finishing for cabinets, learning how to work with lumber and metal. Those kind of skills, not only are going to be valuable forever, you can go into business for yourself. You can join unions. You can join Teamster clutches, or not clutches, Teamster, what do they call them? Contract groups that do contracting together. There's a word for that, and I can't remember it. But you can do that stuff together and go into business for yourself, working for yourself, and not, start off life having years full of mind poison and thousands of dollars in debt.
Yeah. I wish I'd went into a trade school.
You mean like that? I'm trying to think of the word myself now, to be honest, Yizz.
There is a word for that. It's like it's like the word guild, but for a little group. And I forget, like how if we were playing D&D, you'd say you have a party. There's a word for a party of professionals that works together. Like you would say an official word for a work crew, but I can't remember it. I heard about it years ago, but I don't remember the word for it.
It's not
If you
union.
know the word for that, put it in the chat or in the comments down below.
Oh, God.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
I've got some thoughts on this myself, if you don't mind.
Hello, Jim, over on D Live. I see you over there. Welcome, everybody, over on D Live. Go ahead and say what you were going to say. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just saying hi to D Live.
Yeah, I was recently. I went back to college. I'm in my mid-20s now. It was about 5 years since I left, college, and it was to do like hospitality. I thought I might go into accounting and bookkeeping or something like that, but after a few weeks, it just wasn't, clicking. And so, thought I feel like I want to do something where I'm going to be up on my feet and getting my hands dirty. I'm just sort of looking around me, like where I live. There's sort of fields, farmland, for miles around. I think I'd love to be able to do something in the agricultural sector, maybe just like as a maintenance man, fixing like milking machines and tractors and things like that. That'd be a useful thing to have, especially now that we have to become more self-reliant, I guess. Yeah.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to put the StreamYard link into chat again because we don't have anyone else waiting in the green room right now. Everyone, remember, this is a community stream. No structure, no articles to read, no big issues to talk about. This is just to come together and celebrate and tell each other what we're thankful for. Hop on or tell me in the chat or use the Tall Kevin widget, the question widget over on Entropy, which I will link again. Tell me what you're thankful for and share with everyone what you think is worth fighting for in the West, because this is what we need to do. We need to celebrate and remember why we fight. And this is a segue. Speaking of why we fight, there is an excellent group called the White Rose and Thorn that our friend Bertie Bassett, which many of you UKers will know, is a part of. And these good folks have a wonderful community that they are building in England. They are wanting to put together people who want to start creating good community from the ground up. Everything from making clothes to gardening to providing services and just networking with people who want to make Britain for the British. Good old nationalist type people who mean well and have a wonderful community building. And I am going to dig up, give me just a second.
I need to watch their streams more often.
I have these links somewhere if you'll give me just a moment. Here we are. All right. Here is a link to their Discord. I definitely recommend all of you UK people give them a chance. And they have an active YouTube channel upon which they stream very often. But before I link that, they have a home site for networking and connecting in the UK. They have a men and women's group where men and women get together to share ideas and experiences of how to be better husbands, better wives, better mothers, better fathers, that kind of thing, just to have good community together. It's a really wonderful community. I've been on to talk with Joe and Jordan, the man and woman who run it before. They're excellent people. And if you'll give me just a moment, I will be grabbing their YouTube link. And they also have a D-Live for those of you who love D-Live. So you can grab that from their YouTube channel.
Don't worry about it, Knox. You tried.
Yeah, sorry, Knox. I wish that it would work out better for you to be able to come on and talk to us. But what you can do is you can go over onto Entropy and type us as much as you want over in the question widget, also known as the Tall Kevin widget, and you can share with us whatever you would like to share there. Oh, Stephen over on D-Live reminds me that the men's shed, which is the men's talk, is at 7:30 p.m. this evening UK time. So pop on over to This Is Why We Fight channel and definitely give them a visit tonight because they're excellent people who care about the future of the British people. They care about their land, their people, and they're doing really great, wholesome things. So if that's the kind of thing that interests you, definitely go get involved with them. And last but not least, I'm going to put all these links over on D-Live, which I am doing now. So let's go check the green room, see if anyone else is ready to hop in. Nobody else in the green room. Let's go check Discord, see who's over there. Anybody on the Discord? Hello, Grave, over on Discord. Thank you for sending me a fat turkey. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. I'll send you a little heart. Boop, there we go.
Very nice looking turkey, actually. It's
heart sent.
beautifully cooked. Nice.
All right.
Oh, actually, I wanted to ask, when you say hospitality, by the way, what would you mean by that? Because I tried to get into catering myself, which I think technically falls under hospitality, but I'm not too sure. So, could you elaborate a little bit on that for me, please?
Well, I started at the bottom as kitchen porter, working up
so you
and
do
doing
need, like, catering and the
food
like.
prep, but never really advanced beyond that, And I've had some good experiences, working the kitchen. Because the thing about kitchens is, people are generally they're a lot more free to, speak their minds, compared to other work environments. You sort of find that that's the sort of people they attract. Yeah.
In a way, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like I like cooking, in my own time, but I don't really have the sort of the feel, the temperament, I guess you'd say, for like a cook in a busy kitchen.
Oh yeah, it's rough cooking in an actual kitchen for long periods of time, especially when it comes to service hours and everything.
Yeah. Oh, it's like 40 plus hours a week I was doing sometimes, like to cover the fact sometimes it was as much as 60 a week.
Mm.
Yeah. So I'm glad to be away from that. Though I do wish I'd be working right now, though. I would be if not for the lockdown. Yeah.
I found especially that it, like, at least for me, when I was in college trying to actually do catering and the like, that when I stood up for those hours in these steel-toe cap shoes, it crippled my ankles something fierce because it was just like, ow.
Oh yeah, they're not great. They're really not. If you drop something on them, then you're not going to feel it. But that's pretty much all they're good for.
Yeah. aside from
I'd
that,
like
they
to take a quick break and share some community messages here.
Sure.
Dave Cullen is a content beast, and everyone should follow Computing Forever. I'm not going to share the links because I'm busy, but
That's what you mean by
Dave Cullen has a BitChute and a Library Odyssey and a YouTube channel that you need to follow. Dave Cullen does amazing work for our people. He's been a truth warrior for a long time. I really respect the work he does, and I follow him too. Let's move on up.
I missed what you
Gregor
said.
says, "I'm thankful for all the friends and family I found, and got that are or started to change their view and make this situation more bearable." Amen, friend. Amen. And I know that you are not an American, but thank you so much. Thank you for coming here to celebrate with us today on this Thanksgiving. Commodore Schmidlap says, "I'm thankful for all of you in our community. I am thankful for that too. Very thankful. I'm even thankful for Ashkenazi's autism." All right. Batch D says, "For Thanksgiving, I'd like to thank the American people, whole without. We would know nothing of the American dream and heaven at large. Long live America." Thank you so much. I feel the same way about America, and I also love you guys across the pond. It is from Europe and especially England from whence all of this came. And it is important for us to remember, even though we have many different ideas, many different ethnicities, we are all still the European people. And we need to not war on each other, and we need to find a way to get along and preserve our people, our histories, and move towards a better, more holistic future of white well-being together.
We're
So
effectively
beautiful
just
comment.
an
Thank you
extended
so much.
family at the end of the day.
I talked over you. Say again, please.
Sorry, I was just saying we're effectively just an extended family in a way. Cousins, brothers, sisters, you name it.
Yeah, like oftentimes on stream, and I think I even made this point recently on a stream with Uzulu, is someone was asking why race makes a difference, and it's not just about what we call ethnicity and culture. Is everything we do is some kind of expression of genetics. And yes, I do believe that all human beings of all kind do share a lot, but it's the tiny differences that end up making all the difference. For example, you can airdrop me not being able to speak Finnish, not being able to speak whatever the hell they speak in Estonia, not being able to speak French or German. You could airdrop me with no supplies and knowing nothing into any of those countries, and I would feel much more akin to those people and just naturally intuit what's going on in their societies more than I would if you airdrop me into the middle of Cambodia or deep into the heart of India or into rural Mongolia, for example. Like, I would be much more naturally inclined to understand that civilization, since people more akin to me genetically and historically made that area. So it's important to remember that we are all a lot alike, regardless of race, but race does matter a lot because that's how we have developed most in the last million years. So anyway, that's my soapbox on the race and ethnicity issue and how we all are connected as Westerners.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see what you mean, although I'm not entirely sure I agree 100% with it, but I definitely respect the way you say it, actually.
That's fine. Like I said, you don't have to agree with me to be on this channel. You just have to not be a commie and not actively hate white people. So.
Yeah. Well, I've always
the only
been the
person
sort of...
I hate is myself, but I have reasons for this.
Oh, don't be that way. Remember, self-terming suicide is the greatest act of white erasure. That's what the anti-whites want. Don't give it to them.
Well, don't worry, I'm not going to do that. Because that would be silly, and it would upset many people, and knowing my mum and dad, they'd probably raise me from the grave just to slap me about going, "Why have you done this? Come on. You're better than that, please. We didn't raise you just to off yourself like some cabbage in a field, to be tilled and then tossed about." Squint.
Cabbages can off themselves? That's impressive.
Well, I mean, technically. But before sidetrack tangents being what it is, one of the things I did actually want to say is that, to me, whilst I do agree with you very much, Yizz, I think it's important to know that even though, as you absolutely are right in saying, we all have our similarities and our differences, all I'd want in the end is for no one to be discriminated on, no matter who they are or what they are, because in the end, we're all human beings. We all matter in some way.
Oh, friend, we'll argue that another day, okay? There is excellent reasons for discrimination in regards to.
I know what you mean there, but I mean in terms of like based on just racism is bad. It doesn't matter who it comes from; it's bad.
Well, I think the word racism is bad because it is an anti-white slur, and the concept of racism is inherently anti-white, specifically created and introduced into our languages just to cause us harm. So that's why I don't like the word racism. But I understand what you mean. But let's not get into it on this stream. Let's have a discussion and a conversation about the nuance of that stuff later. Let's just celebrate and talk today. So speaking of, I would like to go to Knox here. Knox says, I'm thankful for the delicious burger I ate earlier and for belonging to such a wonderful collective. So am I. The sphere of nationalist movements and people who love the West, people who want to break the ugly narrative of lies that some people call the cathedral. This group of people that's coming together and is emerging from the West that genuinely want to save our everything. That's what I call the nationalist movement. And I think it's a beautiful collective that we're building. So thank you everyone for being here and helping us build it together. I don't know what this is in response to, but Mike Honk says bath salts. Maybe he's thankful for bath salts. Be very careful of bath salts, my friend.
Especially if you have like a slight cut on yourself. You will feel that bath salt, all right. Ooh.
All right, Steve Cray. Thank you for turning up and being part of things today, and we appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving.
Horrifying picture.
I wish quite well-being to you and yours, my friend.
And white student transmission, I agree. It is used generally in a bad way like that. You're not wrong. It is used in an extortive fashion, which I don't like. However,
indeed, it is, Buckshot. I like how spicy and truthful people over on DLive are. They're naming Zog and all kinds of shit over on DLive. Y'all should go check out DLive. It's good times.
I don't think I've ever used DLive.
Well, you can change
I know what it is.
DLive is good times.
I think Seth Zintach recently said he uses that, so I might actually have
speaking of extortion that white student transmission said, that is the whole reason that I have really gotten behind Jason Kuna's no white guilt going free tactics of terminology, because even before I knew who Jason was and knew anything about his book, I was already talking about white guilt being the Achilles heel of the Westerner, especially the Anglo, because the white guilt cultivated in us is what's weaponized against us to cause all these problems that you mentioned earlier and used the word racism. I call it anti-whiteism, but that problem stems from this endemic plague, this spiritual cancer of white guilt, and that's why I'm on about what I'm on about all the time, because I think we have to address that and defeat that to have a real future for white children.
Yeah, I don't disagree entirely, because I do want the future of the native population, just people in general, to have a better future where people aren't just demonized and vilified left, right, and center, because to me, that's immoral. Just being vilified based on, I mean, for example, like what happened with just voting Brexit, Trump, you name it. People were vilified for 4+ years. That's despicable. No one should be treated in such.
And this is a great time to remind you, I talk about European people, Western kind, white people, not because I denigrate or don't like all the other people of the world. I want all the people of the world to be free of race-based guilt, oppression, forced miscegenation, genocide, erasure. I don't want any people to suffer that, but my people are the ones suffering it the most on purpose out of the whole world. So that's why I'm on about what I'm on about. Like if everything was peachy keen and there was no white guilt and we were just seeking our destiny, control of our own countries and stuff, and I noticed that there was this kind of problem with another people, I would say something about it.
Yeah,
but it's my people, it's our civilization. So that's why I'm so vocal and fight for it. It's not to denigrate or put down others. Never that.
I know what you mean. Yes, don't worry. Like I'm very much the same way. Like, unironically, like when it comes to the foreign aid in my own country that gets sent out to everyone else, I would much rather that foreign aid be spent on enriching the British public and making us all live better lives and be able to, do the things we want to do instead of just being stuck in the situation we're in right now. Once we're in a better state, then we should think about helping other people more, because that is the responsible thing to do. You don't, shoot yourself in the foot and then think you can go save other people. That's silly. You tend to your own wounds first, and then you pick yourself up by your bootstraps, and then you help other people. It's as people say.
I'm going to put the link to my Discord in the chat for you guys. I meant to address this earlier. Gregor asked, what is my Discord? My Discord is really small right now. It's not big and popping like Uzulu's Discord. Uzulu's Discord is the best Discord community I've ever found. It is second. It is just above the one that I thought was best before, which is Short Fat Otaku's Discord. And you know what? I'll go ahead and share his if I can find it, because SFO has a really fun Discord. Actually, Zen, will you share that one?
Yes, I was about to say, I believe Gregor, unless it's a miraculous coincidence, Gregor here is from Dev's Discord, but I will share his Discord regardless. He's actually Gregor's actually one of my semi-regulars over on Twitch, so he's a good chap. Oh no, hold on, that didn't work. Invite people.
Yeah, for those of you that want DLive links, the DLive crew is sharing really good links over here for DLive, so I'm going to share those in YouTube chat also. You've got Jason Kuna's No White Guilt DLive. We've got Patriotic Talk. We've got Mark Collette. We've got good stuff going on over here. I'll go ahead and share those two since we're having community.
I think Dev may have turned off his invite button.
Oh, okay, that's fine. He does that sometimes because it was getting pretty big.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty sure Greg is already in there.
Yeah, the channels that I'm sharing right now are excellent and worth following for good, high-quality nationalist content, good white positive community, really good stuff over there. So we'll go ahead and take that message down. All right, let's see what else let's move to chat. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything over on Entropy. Oh, I am. William Runner over in the Tall Kevin widget says, what would you say to those that are black-pilled right now on this Thanksgiving Day? What I would say to them, William Runner, is, let me see if no, I can't put that on screen, sadly, or I would. What I would say to those who are black-pilled right now is, remember, if the situation was truly hopeless, the propaganda wouldn't be necessary. That's an old phrase. I don't know who it's attributed to. But look at how the people who wish to do us harm are so blatant, so obvious. And you have even the corruption in our country, and using America as an example. You have corrupt politicians, DAs, judges, police, mayors, governors, working directly against us. They are anti-white, directly harming us on purpose because white well-being is the opposite of what they want. And they have made that so blatantly evident. That is because of two things. Number one, arrogance. They believe they have more power than they do. And number two, they have to be desperate in order to do that, because if they had real power, they would just do it. They would just hurt us, but they don't. If they really had the power and the situation was hopeless, well, our civilization would already be collapsing and we would already be in chains of being killed. And we're not. That's why I tell people all the time, it is vitally important that we get active, make phone calls, network, get together with as many people as you can, spread the truth, get people to be active in local politics, building local community, because this is how we will win. We can take the reins of our country back. Our country is not lost. People say a political solution to this is not possible. I disagree. I think that we still outnumber our enemies at least 10 to 1, 20 to 1, 30 to 1 in our countries. We just have to get our people who are salt of the earth, go to work, be good mother and father people, unified and together. With our voice, we will drown out our enemies, and we will force our local politicians to do what we say, and eventually that's going to lead to big-scale changes, and we can start doing that now. And with a year or two of that, then I think that we'll have tremendous change. So
it always starts at the bottom, after all.
Yeah, so hopefully that answers that. That was over on Entropy from William Runner. Thank you, William Runner. That was a very good question that led to some good truth sharing. Let's see what else we have in the old chat here. You guys talk amongst yourselves and talk about what you're happy about or thankful for, and I'm going to check our paid chat channels and see if we've got any new donations.
Well, I have something I might add to what you just said, Yizz.
Please do.
Oh, I've been watching White Rose and Thorn. A lot of their streams recently. It's great because lots of scrubs that hang out there, but it has got me sort of thinking. They bring up these stories, from the media that nobody seems to be covering. Nobody seems to be talking about this stuff, and it makes you wonder just how long this sort of way of living, how long we have left, where we can go into the supermarket and and anything we want is going to be there on the shelves waiting for us. I think we have to start preparing. We have to not just stock up. We also have to start sort of planting and looking around in the cupboard, seeing what we can make these things. I like baking. I like making cakes, and I've recently thought rather than just sticking the stuff that I don't want in the freezer for later, I'll go around my little block, knock on people's doors and ask them, hey, do you want a piece of cake? And because sometimes they'll say no, but other times they'll say yes, and maybe they'll say, hey, do you want to come in for a drink or something? And then you'll be able to, I don't know, just sort of ask them how they feel about the current situation. Because one thing about COVID is much like with Brexit and Trump, is that every person, every adult at least, has an opinion on it. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. So if you can actually sort of gauge the situation, find out whether they think the lockdowns are draconian, or that no, I like wearing my muzzle or whatever. If you can find out sort of which angle to come from, then you might also sort of get them onto your side.
Just to speak to that as well, Silence. You're reminding me of a time that my mum and dad often talk about, where people like them as the younger generation used to be in other people's houses, left, right, and center. It was very open back in their day, where people were much more tight knit in their own communities, and everyone felt like a bit of a team. It was Team Britain. Their communities as teams, all working together and just living their lives as best they could. And that what you said right there about asking if anyone wants a cake made me smile thinking about that, because I feel like that's something that we are missing in a lot of ways these days, because everyone is so amped up and hyper politicized, if you will, that we've all forgotten that we're all people. We're all actual human beings. We're not just to be shot down at someone else's discretion just because we might hold a unfavorable opinion at the end of the day.
Yeah,
it's good to hear others thinking the things I've realized. I think I mentioned to Yizz during one of my first streams on your channel was that I worry about the degradation of the community and how the massive drop in people owning their own homes is likely a large factor. Like when I mentioned I've recently moved into my own place. It's a council house. I don't own it, but I'm in a tower block, so naturally it will be temporary in the long term, but it's our home. But I remember when I moved in, one of the first things that my my nana told me when I moved in was, don't talk to other people in the building. Don't go into other people's apartments. Just don't, and don't let anyone into your apartment. And it's like this is the kind of
it's closed off.
Yeah, it's scary, because I want to be able to talk to people. I want to be able to know the people around me, but
you want to connect and open up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on the autistic spectrum, but even I understand the importance of face-to-face interactions. Once you deprive people of these things, then that's pretty much tantamount to a death sentence, isn't it? For some people, yeah. And there'll be people who, unlike my gran, who is so horribly terrified at the young people going out and getting together, and they're going to be putting her at risk. She still has her other half. She has somebody there who's there for when times are tough. But there'll be lots of other people in her situation who just don't have that anymore.
Yeah. I listen to talk radio every morning. I listen to Mike Graham's 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. slot. He's a nice chap. He speaks the truth. And I remember there was just a harrowing story from about a week ago of just this old bloke who's basically just been forgotten, and he hasn't seen anyone since March, basically. It was just, I remember, I think the most disturbing thing was
I've seen some videos like that floating around. It's pretty heartbreaking.
Someone called in right after him, and they went, I was going to complain about my employment problems, but I don't think I have any right to complain at all, because I still have my family around me. And it was all they could bring up for the next couple of days was just oh God, this is the people. And, and that's just one person who was able to speak out there. There's going to be people out there who can't. But let's stick to the positives. But,
We're going to take a break from this and read some more chat before we get out of here today. We're not doing a super long stream today. I just wanted to do a quick Thanksgiving stream.
Yeah.
So we're going to do this, and then I'm going to send the link to tonight. There's going to be a politics and news update stream about the Kraken on Uzalu's channel, and I'll be there. So I'll be going over to that just after this. So that being said, over on YouTube here, we have Streaky Bacon, who says, I am thankful for Patriotic Alternative. It has given me hope and a sense of purpose that by building a community, we are not going to be replaced. We really have the best people. We do. We have the best people for us. We build the best society for us. We are a great people. Just look at what Western civilization has done.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. I don't think I'm missing anything else in the chat. I'm going to do one more roundup, and then we're going to get out of here.
Oh, that reminds me, actually, one thing I am thankful of, just if I may, Yizz.
Sure, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm thankful of the British Empire and the fact America branched off to become the thing it is today. Let's give it for America and Great Britain.
That's
the two
good.
things that should always remain. Side by side, brothers and sisters in arms, as it should be.
As it should be.
All right. Well,
although I'm jealous about your institution.
PayPal and Entropy and Cash App, they are all blank now. We have cleared them all. So we're going to go ahead and get out of here. If we have any last-minute financial donations, I'll address them next time. But I just want to remind everyone, the reason that I wanted to have this stream today is I know things are turbulent right now. I know that things have been heated all year long. I know that it seems bleak to some of you. But remember, do what I say. Go free with Jason Kuna's book. Listen to what I talk about with activism, with how to network in your community. Learn what you can about strength and unity and networking from Patriotic Alternative and Chris over at Patriotic Talk. Be inspired by the women in our circles. Listen to Laura Towler and Daughter of Albion and the new Jody lady, Jody K, that makes music. Network with our people. Go to White Rose and Thorn if you're in the UK. Network with me. Network with Don the Pleb and other American nationalists here in America. Start being active, and then you won't be blackpilled. You'll see just how much more active and dedicated our people are than our enemies. And we will win. We just have to seize it. We have to take the reins, and we have to make it happen. You have to make it happen. We will all make it happen together. So, with that being said, Streaky Bacon wants me to join him in 15 minutes on Patriotic Talk. I would, but I'm going to go be on the stream about the Kraken on Uzalu's channel, which, speaking of, we are going to link that right now. So thank you very much, Jim and Steve-O. Oh, let me open the chest. Everybody get ready over on D-Live. We got to open the chest. Okay. How do I click? Oh, we didn't get any lemons today, so there is no chest. Okay, that's fine. Oh, no, there is lemons. It's just not letting me do the chest. Why can't I do the chest? Click. Oh, it says there's not enough to distribute. I'll have to add some. All right. I'll put in 20. I'll put in 20 lemons, and we'll do chest. Okay, here we go. Everybody get ready for your lemons. It's going to be in 30 seconds over on D-Live. Okay. All right. We are going to share the Uzalu link, which will be momentarily.
Indeed.
Okay. Here is his channel, and it's not live yet.
I think he's still setting up on Discord and stuff and giving people a chance. It's normally what he does, like a half hour, 45 minutes sort of pre-set up, just to make sure.
And it was a great stream. Thank you, Robert and Streaky Bacon and Michael. Michael, I know you're very black-pilled. I know, but trust me, you are not gone yet. France is not dead yet. Network with people, do the best you can, and fight till the bitter end. Remember, I don't believe in magic soil. If things are so bad you have to leave, we create Western civilization wherever we go. The people that made France can make France again elsewhere if it comes to that. But I don't think it's going to come to that. Our enemies are weakening. We have to keep fighting and speaking the truth, Michael. So be inspired as best as you can. And also, thank you, Gregor, Monty, Streaky, Shauna. Thank you, dear sister. Ashkenazi. What else do we have here? Batch D, The Truth Will Set You Free. Bartleby, Knox, and all the great people over on D Live. Thank you so much, everyone. I care for each and every one of you. Let's be thankful together. Let's celebrate, come together in white well-being, help heal the damage white guilt has done to us, and let's build a better future for ourselves and everyone else. With that being said, goodbye and God bless.
Have a good day, everyone, and enjoy your turkeys if you have it.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Bye.